So basically, right now, there is a lot of speculation around the why, because what we got today at about 4 p.m. was a very brief release, a short announcement, a brief court order that basically said, quote, the appeal has been successful. The decision of the Electoral Commission of the 28th of March 2024 is set aside. So that was what we got. So there's a lot of talk now around how this happened, why this happened, because the Council for the Advancement of the SA Constitution, even they said that they were surprised by the decision. That's the exact quote. We are surprised by the decision because, as you said, Section 47 is very, very clear. So amongst the chattering classes, listening to people just kind of gossiping, shock and awe and speculating, some people are saying, look, maybe this is just more proof of the depth and the breadth of Zuma's networks and connections in all the spheres, government, judicial, business, etc., because we really don't know why they made that decision. So we are hoping that in the next few days we will learn the reasoning behind that. We do know that the lawyers for the MK party and Zuma argued, as they had said last week, that it was a contempt of court sentencing and not a criminal sentencing. But they also said, they also argued in court now that the National Assembly's membership can only be decided on by the National Assembly and that the IEC has no standing when it comes to that. So it's possible that this is kind of the central argument around which everything bubbles, but we will wait to hear what exactly their reasoning was for coming to that decision.
Now, Anne, Zuma has dating back to just September since MK appeared on the scene, but he's always been the ace up the sleeve for this new party. So what does his return to the fray ahead of the election mean for South Africa's political landscape heading into those polls?
So basically, when the MK party emerged in September, because that was when they came into being, people were kind of, aware of them, and the ANC was annoyed by them because Umkhonto we Sizwe Party, the name of the ANC's armed wing, and the ANC is still fighting for them to not be able to use that name, saying that they have the copyright because of how deeply rooted in the psyche and all the social features of the ANC, the MK is their former military wing. But Zuma himself went over to or joined the MK party in December. And that's when all the buzzing really started, because the 81-year-old Zuma has 60 years with the ANC. 60 years. I mean, I'm hoping to get to that age. So that's a long time. That's a long time. And that's a lot of networks within the party and a lot of cross border relationships within the party as well. But also, he is very strong in his home turf, on his home ground of KZN. So the ANC has always needed him for him bringing KZN with him. And there's a number of voters and also within the Zulu sector of South Africa that come with Zuma. So for now, the issue is that he will bring all these voters, he'll move them away from the ANC to the MK party. And this has been it's already been said last year that the ANC is going to battle to come out with over 50% of the voters. With the MK party and Zuma in play, the likelihood of them coming out with even 50% is dropping.